Evening all, how we doing? What day is it? I don't even know what day it is. What? Well, that's very, very confusing. Thursday, isn't it? How we doing? Sorry, my headphones just shouting at me saying the battery's almost dead, and I've literally just 2 seconds ago changed the battery. But apparently the one that I've just put on to charge has more charge than the one I've just taken off charge, so I guess I didn't put it in the thing properly. Which is slightly annoying. Oh well. The other one should have enough to get me through the evening, so I just used it for a while, so I thought it was probably a good idea to change the batteries. Apparently it was not a good idea. We'll get by, won't we? Right. Yeah, work properly, yeah, will do. Right, try that again. Yeah, everybody's having a good week. Ready for a little Starfield this evening. I'm going to wander around Paradiso and the orbiting spaceship and see what we can find in the way of side quests and stuff. Should be fun. That didn't seem to work the way it was supposed to. I must check that. Yeah, well, I can clean glasses out. Yeah, I apologise for lack of stream yesterday. I'm kind of toying with a vague idea as to whether or not I should just do like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, so that I can kind of rest midweek and stuff. Just take some of the pressure off a bit. But yeah, yesterday I was just kind of worn out and grumpy, so I decided I was probably not going to be the best of company last night. So rather than being a miserable git, prickling my back there, I thought I'd not be a miserable git, you know? So, yeah, what's the plan today? The plan today is jumping back in and having a run around and seeing what trouble we can cause. So, I don't really know what other quests there might be in the Paradiso area, so we're going to have a wander around and see what we can find. I'm told there are some, so I guess we'll chat to people and see what's occurring and stuff. It's usually the way these things go in a Bethesda game. Sometimes they're presented a little bit more directly in Starfield than they are in other games, so maybe this is a bit more Skyrim-esque in that you've got to find the person who's got the quest. Something strange is going on over there with OBS. It's having a moment. Is it my internet that's having a moment, or no, it's just OBS that's having a moment, apparently? Guess I need to figure out what I need to turn down in Starfield, because apparently there's something. As, yeah, it does seem to be struggling just a tiny little bit. Oh, I know why it's struggling, because for some reason Starfield needs to build its shaders, which is going to make everything a little bit awkward for the next minute or so. Our computer seems to be struggling right now. That's not good. Why is that happening? I don't like that. Let's do that for a minute. So that takes some of the pressure off. Assume it's going to work. That should be a bit better. It's not building shaders anymore. Yes, that was slightly annoying. To apologise for that. Yeah, apparently it's throwing wobblers over some things. What's happening over here then? Well, no, that's yeah, I think YouTube might be talking a bit of crap there. Or at least it's just late to the party anyway. Right, let's see how we do. If this continues to go hideously wrong, well, panic. Hopefully everything will be fine. We'll have to see, won't we? Cool. Fingers crossed. Yes, very slowly. Should be there's a skill to improve the speed your shields regenerate. Something I've never picked it up. Basically, because I don't really need it that much. Once you've got a big enough shield and high enough damage output on your ship, the regeneration's kind of a non-issue anyway. So, nighttime at Paradiso. Supposedly there's quests and things. Go talk to people and see what we can find.
We try to... Don't worry about us. We're just here to keep the peace.
Don't worry about us unless you're here to cause trouble.
Hey, I noticed you arriving at port shortly after I did. Something's been bothering me, and I've been dying to ask another guest. They told us there was a very active meteor shower, which is why we had to divert our flight path coming in for our landing.
Little reference to the previous quest, I think, there.
Since I've been here. That's weird, right?
Evening, Gray. How we doing? Probably nothing. Relax on your vacation. Not worry about it. I carry a different way on my ship. It's not a meteor shower, it's a ship, and the Paradiso group doesn't want you to know about it. I don't know what you're talking about. Now, do we tell this random dude the truth about the ship, which is going to be leaving anyway? I'm kind of inclined to screw over the Paradiso group. You know what? I'm going to do this because they were being arseholes to me. They were being arseholes to the people on the ship. They're kind of being arseholes to their customers as well. And ultimately, they maybe solved the problem out of my own pocket rather than actually solving the problem out of theirs, given that it was their problem in the first place. I'm inclined to screw them right back for this. Basically, they were not nice people. How are we doing, Tengi? So, yeah.
Why, that sounds even more ridiculous than what they told me. If there was a ship, they'd just say it was a ship. And why would they divert us for a ship? There are always huge luxury liners coming into port, and they've never diverted the shuttles before. I'm sorry for bothering you.
Yeah. Fuck.
Well, at least you made me laugh.
Well, screw you then. Not helping me screw over the nasty board of directors.
Welcome back, esteemed guests.
So,
Thank you for once again choosing Paradiso for your vacation destination.
good. Got everybody doing well?
I have noted your repeat appearance at our resort. Thank you for your patronage. You have been automatically credited with 20% off your next stay. Please let Paradiso staff know if I, or anything else, is not performing to your standards.
Okay. Kind of hoping I could flog, those stolen outfits that I've got. make a bit of a difference. Yeah, you know, clear the stolen tags off them. That's what I was going to do. But apparently, I either can't or I've stashed it somewhere. Did I stash it somewhere? I might have put them... I've put them in my outpost, didn't I? That's why I haven't gone. Oh, guess we're going on holiday in our usual clothes. I'll have to see how that goes. There's an enhanced clinic down there, which seems like a strange thing. Go on holiday and come back with an entirely new face. I mean, to be fair, that's exactly the sort of thing that some crazy wealthy people do. So, guess I should probably not read too much into that, right?
It may be paradise, but that doesn't mean we don't run into trouble from time to time.
Let's check out the local chunks. Sounds like something entirely different to what it actually means.
Not to be a downer, but this place is almost too perfect, right?
That's definitely being a downer. Laura. So you're the only one with a name here, so let's try talking to you.
Can I interest you in some gourmet chunks?
I'd like to buy some gourmet chunks. This is an upscale chunks. Working at gourmet chunks here different from a regular one. This is an upscale chunks?
Yeah, I know. It seems ridiculous, especially since most of the food is the same old chunks as anywhere else. But people here really seem to like it. Honestly, what else do you want me to say? This is my employer and they treat me well enough. So please, enjoy some gourmet chunks.
Any different from a regular one?
I used to work at a Chunks in Xion before my transfer was approved, and while I much prefer working here, I can say that it's not a lot different. It looks a lot nicer, the food is supposedly higher quality, and we treat the customers with greater care, but that's really about it.
Oh, I know where the chunks is in Neon. It's around the back of the Stroud Eklund spot. It's next to Euphorica. And yeah, it's definitely a bit rough around the edges. Evening, sir. Carry it in. Happy New Year. I did not want to buy some gourmet chunks.
And see you next time.
I was going to see if you want to do any questing or anything, or have any jobs for me, but you apparently don't. I'm going to start down here on... You know what? I'm going to go and explore this, because it looks kind of interesting.
We've got some of the... Hope you're staying safe out there.
It is not kind of interesting. Ooh, didn't see this. Did not see this before at all. Staff accommodation, maybe? Yep, thought that was going to be Paradise of Staff, being as they're living in a very, very small box. Hey, they got a glass door on their sleep crate. This, those light shelf things are quite nice. I wouldn't have minded some of them. And it'd be nice if I could cram some stuff on these, bit more stuff on these shelves. But it looks like even Bethesda are having difficulty with that. And a little area to chill and watch TV. Yeah.
I'm here to satisfy your needs. I hope your stay is a pleasant one.
You really sound like you're in a different line of work there.
Can't wait for my shift to be over, so I can relax like a guest.
Yeah, if you're down here, buddy, you're not on shift. I'm gonna go bet on that.
Someone put up kids' drawings in the staff lodging. Not sure where they came from, but they're cute.
I'm guessing somewhere around we'll find a picture of Space Frog then. Space Frog from outer space. Yeah, I rather thought this might be staff lodging. It looks tatty and rough around the edges. So it doesn't exactly look like it's a place they'd want the public to see. And everybody down here is... Ooh, staff. Excuse me. That's a cool poster. In an entirely disturbing kind of a way. No notes on the paper stuck on the wall. Ooh. Boron. I've seen that somewhere else. Inside the main building, I think. 3 o'clock got rescheduled to 4:30. You could say a lot of things about that, really, couldn't you? Darth are not exactly rushing out in the lap of luxury here. I mean, maybe some of them have better accommodations than this elsewhere, but these bottom tier stuff, which I'm guessing is the case, not exactly seem to a bit cushy. You, Steve? Still yet to find anybody with an actual name. Anything interesting down here? A hidden, secluded beach. And a safe. And a contraband cache. Wow, there's some smuggling going on down here on this little hidden beach. I guess we'll be back here before long, if I find the quest that's relevant to it. It's definitely got a quest vibe to it. Yep, all out on our jollies. Nobody else on the beach, presumably because it's the middle of the night. Oh wait, there's everybody. A few people who are here.
I don't think any place could be more perfect.
Everything here is a little more expensive than what I expected. Guess that's how they get you.
You got a name.
Scram. I ain't in the mood.
Hey there.
You looking to start something? Huh? 'Cause I'll throw down if I have to. Piss off, I ain't bothering you.
Your face is bothering me now.
The hell you looking at? Unless you're here to liquor me up or sell me drugs, you're no use to me.
It's direct enough, isn't it?
Unless you're here to liquor me up or sell me drugs, you're no use to me. The hell you looking at?
I'm Freestar, right? Well, I'm not in the Freestar collective, so I can't arrest him. I was going to.
Because I don't want to be bothered by anyone. Get it?
I'm fairly new here, so sorry in advance if I screw something up. Some of our guests think everything is complimentary. I've seen people walk away with towels, silverware, you name it.
Yeah. It does get like that sometimes. I think this way is the way to go. Yeah, it sounds like a stressful day, Steve. At least a disruptive one, at the very least.
Oh, this is even better than in the brochure.
It's not real if it turns out that way now, is it? As good, maybe, or... Ah, we've got some people with names.
We've been having some trouble with our resort activities. But don't worry, I'm working on it. Hey there, I'm Harish. If you're looking for stuff to do at the resort or have any other questions, especially about our amazing beach, I'm your guy.
Best thing about Paradiso.
I'm surprised you even have to ask. Look around. I mean, what's not to love? But honestly, I'm kind of a beach nut. I could spend hours with my toes in the sand. Hey, maybe that's where I should run the guided meditation I'm supposed to run.
Seems like a good place to me. Yep, it is still illegal over here. Actually, a few years ago, they actually bumped up how illegal it was and made it more illegal. Which seems ridiculously stupid, but, you know. God knows what the... politicians, they're at least 20 years behind the rest of the world, aren't they? Well, normally, anyway. But speculating as to what the heck's going through their brain is kind of a waste of time. Nothing goes through their brain. Might a few more bullets going through their brain, but, you know. What's your role here?
Oh, me? Limited at the moment. I'm between gigs, actually. I was hired recently to run wind sailing, but that's been canceled due to high winds. Whatever, man. Those winds are the best part. It wasn't even that bad. Too many guests just couldn't get the hang of it. Now,
You can't have been a good teacher then.
Meditations, but they haven't started up yet, and well, we'll just see how that goes. I've never done it before.
Anything dangerous in the water I should know about?
It's a big planet with a ton of water, so I'd be lying if I told you I knew everything was perfectly safe. But I do know we've never, and I mean never, had an incident with local wildlife that left anyone significantly injured. Everything we've run into
What's insignificantly injured then?
in their own ways. It's almost like nature knew what it was doing and created the best possible world for Paradiso.
Yeah, I have no idea what the mentality was at when it was initially banned. But yeah, their handling of it in the last few years seems contrary to public opinion, for starters, and contrary to the greater good, which is,
See you. Don't be afraid.
therefore the opposite of doing their job, I suppose.
Hey, how's it going? You enjoying the resort?
Let me guess, he's the resort gigolo. People from Loving House, okay, I guess. Seems pretty dull. Can't stand this place, so I don't want to spend any more time here. Yeah, loving it here.
Yeah, this planet's pretty great, huh? There's a reason they named it after paradise, right? Name's a million, by the way. I work for the resort.
I
You
can
can
tell.
come to me if any of the other staff here gives you trouble. Anyway, unless you need something else, I should probably get back to what I was doing. Gotta solve all the resort's problems before I can enjoy the Paradiso nightlife, if you're picking up what I'm putting down.
Ah, somebody who finally needs something. So tell me about the Paradiso nightlife.
What are you hinting at? Is that an invitation? Cause I already have plans.
Told you it
tonight,
was a resort
but
gigolo.
it's Still, oh, you were just asking about like in general.
Yes.
There is some talk about building a club, but that hasn't happened yet. So people tend to make their own nightlife. Me, I like to find that special someone and take him to the beach and just feel the cool ocean breeze while dancing on the sand to some chill music. You know?
His entire mannerism did kind of scream it, Gray. He couldn't have been more obvious if he was walking around with a sign tattooed across his forehead that declared his job. Banned as part of a ban on the opium trade. Huh, interesting. Especially given that they're, like, in no way the same thing. Yeah, I mean...
Everything okay?
That's true, Steve. Whole digging into the power line and stuff. It's also extremely dangerous, and I mean, I'm less concerned about them stealing from electricity companies. They steal from everybody else, so it seems like they've got it coming, really. But it is extremely dangerous, so there is that. And then they often get that sort of thing done by people who are neither qualified nor particularly willing to risk their life. So, yeah. And, remove the illegality and put systems in place to cultivate legally, and you won't have them needing to dig into the power lines, will you? Jeez. Oh, dedication. I thought I read a deduction and we were carrying on the conversation from the other day, right? Did I misread that or did it type funny? I don't know, I can't see it now. No, I misread it. Okay, that's fine. It's not surprising, really. So what do you do here?
Well, I'm the shift manager, so...
Yeah, my arse you are.
Employees, so they can in turn take care of our guests. Got to make sure things run smoothly here, you know. I also used to run speed dating, but that's been put on hold. Wine tasting's still going strong for the all-inclusive guests, though. Of course, at night I party like...
Wanted don't have to pay for it.
Between you and me, this place is great for casual hookups, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I see where he's going with that. Your shop clerk was pretty rude. Sure as have such a bad attitude.
You must mean Jacquot. Sorry. Yeah, I've tried to fire her several times over it, but her uncle's a Paradiso Group board member. Between you and me, He's just as lazy, but he's determined to give his niece a job here, and it's about the bare minimum she can handle. I've tried explaining she's bad for business, but the sales numbers don't reflect that. It's the only shop on the island, so people still buy plenty. Anyway, I'll try talking to her again, for all the goods it will do.
If you don't start with flirting, I'm going to have to report you. Well, apparently that's the only option I've got. Oh, no, wait, sounds like you'd use a hand. I'm not going to do that, because, well, yeah, you know.
You know what? I definitely could. We just got a major recall on our air purifiers, and neither me or any of my staff are able to get off-world to pick up the replacement parts.
Okay, if you're willing to compensate, other stuff needs to see first. Why couldn't you get it shipped here from the manufacturer?
They told us they won't ship them here since we're in unincorporated territory outside of the UC or Freestar Collective. Too much of a risk of pirates. Too much liability, they say. Funny, it's not a problem for other companies. Anyway, that's where we are.
They don't want to risk their stuff, maybe, or maybe they're a smaller company. I can give numerous reasons why that might be the case. What's wrong with the current ones?
Bits of fibers from the filters can get blown out, not only defeating the purpose of the purifiers in the first place, but they're also harmful if breathed in. Bad design all around, I'm told. But I guess this was an expense corporate shipped out on.
Like everything else.
With it for the time being until we can afford to replace the whole units.
Yeah, I gotta get the parts if you're gonna compensate.
That'd be great. You can pick up the purifier parts using this claim slip at the Unified Transport Facility at Gagarin Landing. It's a long-term storage facility where the parts are being kept. Just show the claim to the shipping manager, Akachi Rosenblum, and you'll get what we need. Thanks. You're really saving my ass.
Yeah, sounds like you're all part of the same gang, Steve. Up and the way. Right, so I don't suppose
Enjoy your stay. Knowing you're in our
much over here, but we'll have a gander.
A pleasure to see you again.
Oh, she's here.
All is well with you and Sarah?
Sarah's dead. You attended the funeral. Yeah, there's an alternate version of her kicking around, but it's really not the same, and I'm definitely not married to that one. Well, neglect to mention the whole issues we were having prior to Sarah meeting a grisly end.
Hello there. If you're looking for a place to retire, you could do much worse. Believe me. I spent a lifetime jumping between stars. Take care.
Tobacco in a series of small fires. Yeah, it tends to be how that goes. Nobody home. Wonder if there's any more quests kicking around that we can find. Down here first. And we'll see about the ship afterwards. I'm liking the lighting around here. Quite cool. The Paradiso in general is pretty quite cool. Really quite cool. We'll get that word out then.
Days was going to be enough.
You're a dumbass.
These days, I'd love to experience this resort the way our guests do.
Dirk Huddleston. Yeah, he sounds like a fellow who might be interesting. Hi.
Another lost belonging notification in the system. When am I going to find the time? Oh dear, a guest. Dreadfully sorry you had to hear my complaint. How unprofessional of me. Hello, welcome to Paradiso. Dirk Huddleston at your service. do you need assistance checking in for your reservation?
Not a guest, not planning on staying. Don't have a reservation, but I'd like to book a room now. I would like to try that. Haven't decided if I'm staying. Sounds like you're in the middle of something. Should I come back?
Oh, no, nonsense. Just a small scheduling issue. Some of our guests have misplaced their belongings, and I am responsible for finding and returning said belongings. Just one of the many services we are happy to provide here at Paradiso. Nothing to worry you about. May I continue to check you in?
I'd like to book a room.
Very well. I can't guarantee we have any premium rooms available at the moment, but if you're still interested, we may have other rooms.
One of your employees, Dirk, has been hitting on me. So am I trying to tell him he's been... Because... Am I saying this to Dirk or about Dirk? Because that reads like it's about Dirk. But that's not... that doesn't compute. What resort accommodations can you recommend?
For one, our hotel rooms are quite luxurious. The executive suite is especially posh, but perpetually booked. However, I must say, even the economy rooms are exceedingly pleasant. You'll find our beach relaxing, and we have several top-notch shops and dining experiences. I particularly enjoy a spot of afternoon tea from Tranquility. Of course, we also have the galaxy's only gourmet chunks. And if you're feeling adventurous, I believe the Enhance is still running a very popular Paradiso Getaway Special.
Getaway special. Change your face so that nobody can recognize you. And you can make a clean getaway. Tell me about Paradiso.
Broad question, but I'll try my best. Paradiso is the premier resort destination in the known universe. This planet is as perfect as one could possibly imagine. That is, assuming pristine beaches, constant beautiful sunny weather, and fabulous resort accommodations are to your liking.
Maybe to a lot of people. Anyway, who owns it?
Parima 2 is owned independently by the Paradiso Group. We exist outside of the United Colonies and Freestar Collective, yet entertain visitors from both. The Paradiso Group is run by several board members, many of whom take residence within the resort itself.
I bet.
They established the resort as a getaway for all on the most beautiful planet in the universe, and I can tell you that there were substantial monetary investments to make sure of that.
Premier resort. Very, very posh. Best resort in settled systems. Entertains guests from both sides of the spectrum. This sounds and is outside of either political sphere. This sounds like the perfect place for an assassination to happen to me. You have to narrow it down there, Steve. Which one? Can I help you find the lost belongings?
No, you're on vacation. I wouldn't dream of asking a guest to find other guests' lost belongings. But if you want to take a look at the list in the system and you happen to find anything while you're out and about, I suppose it would help me out. Please,
that
don't
one.
feel obligated, however.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, apparently I'm on a bit of a slow brain day today, Steve. That would seem. And yes, I gather he has not been having the best of days. Apparently it doesn't seem to be holding him back too much, which is a pity, but...
Pardon, but I have other work to do. It would seem we have a vacancy. Quite a nice suite, if I do say so myself. How long would you like to book with us for?
Give me a day.
Certainly. Enjoy your stay, and make sure to take everything with you in the morning.
Didn't tell me checkout time. That surprises me. Visit my rented room. Absolutely going to do. Yeah, how's it going, Noel? You alright?
Major incidents in a while. Let's hope it stays that way.
Deluxe penthouse suites, huh? Rooms up here. I'd have thought it was going to be an economy room, but apparently not. Ooh. Very Very nice. This looks a lot like, in fact, it basically is the same as the apartment you get in New Atlantis. Yeah, it's pretty much exactly the same. Hang on a minute. That looks mighty familiar. Picture all the pool balls. Which I'm a little bit tempted to do, actually. Ooh, nice view over the beach. Little lake in a crater from the look of it there. Good admit, it's nice and lush down here, at least it looks it. Once you go a bit further afield, maybe a little bit less so. I wonder. This is probably a very bad idea, but I'm going to try a thing. I really want to see if I can break into somebody else's apartment, but I suspect I'm going to fall to my death, and that's going to make me very uncomfortable. So, here we go. Holy crap, I made it onto the balcony. I mean, I can't get in, but I fully thought there was going to be an invisible wall there, so... Right, can I get back to my apartment? Or can I get up there? No, there's no way I'm getting up there, is there? Well, it went better than I thought. Having a good day. I'd like to hear now. Yeah, mine's been alright. Very domesticated, but decent nonetheless. Monitor input auto. Does this mean you can control tunes for when you're in the shower from here? It sure looks like it. Yeah, crap, I get closer to the wall and not get mine. Sweet. That's a view out here. Ooh, no, that's not a bad view either. It's a view of the landing pad. Yeah, that's definitely the kind of news you want to be getting, Noel. A million times better than the other kind of news, so that's good to hear. Very sci-fi. My ship in the distance. Right. A quick nap. Paradiso complex, huh? Let's see if anybody on the rooftop terrace wants anything doing. While I'm here. I need to add that one. Check the computer's lost and found. We'll do it in a bit.
There are so many activities I'm looking forward to doing, but I'm just having a good time relaxing.
Sounds good to me.
Until I spoke with that lady at Enhance here.
That's one way to solve the problem, I suppose. Not sure I've got much of a beach body. I know, plastic surgery. It's a little bloody drastic, didn't you think?
It's lovely here.
What are you having for dinner? A patty melt? 2 patty melts.
No
care if I call out sick from work for another week, right?
Somehow, I think they might. They usually do. For another week implies that the initial week of holiday was also a case of calling in sick.
Me too. If I could just stay here forever, I would.
I'm not much of a beach person, but everyone talks about this place, so I had to see for myself.
Fair play.
I'm on vacation because I don't want to be bothered by anyone.
Salut, bonjour, good day. Welcome to Chez Simon. I am Simon, and this is my rooftop bar and lounge. Might I interest you in some refreshing spirits? Perhaps something special to enhance your stay with us, huh?
I'll take a beer. How crazy do the parties get here?
They can sometimes get pretty out of control, but security does a good job making sure they don't get to the point where someone gets hurt. We've had to do away with the foam parties, for instance. Soapy surfaces and a 100-meter drop are not a good combination.
No.
We never had a fatality because of it, just a few close calls.
Any juicy gossip?
Plenty, but I consider myself a professional. It wouldn't be kind to spread gossip about my co-workers at this resort. However,
what about the customers?
I don't consider the Paradiso Group board members co-workers, so they're fair game. I have heard from multiple celebrity visitors that our CEO, Oliver Campbell, isn't as domineering and as he lets on. At least not behind closed doors, if you catch my drift. Word is, he likes to be told what to do, and his performance evaluations are often subpar. Normally, I wouldn't spread such rumors, but that guy is rotten and thinks way too highly of himself.
I absolutely love that. CEO is an asshole of a boss and a sub, and people think he's shit in bed. Great. And the bartender's willing to spread it around. Yep, that's somebody's chickens coming home to roost. I am, I'm happy about that. You own this place?
Yes and no. It's my name on the sign, and I generally get to run it the way I want and take in a significant chunk of the profits, but technically, the Paradiso Group does own it. I even had to sign over my name to get it up on the sign. Part of my contract with them. But
Jesus.
I tend to look at it as job security. What, are they going to find another world-class bartender named Simon to replace me? I think not.
I suppose I'm almost tempted to change my character's name to Simon now. But he has no work for me. It's just a good rumour about CEO being subpar. That's quite funny. Surprised he's not on his knees scrubbing the floor. Hello.
Hi there. I've got a lot on my plate.
Ryan's made an appearance that wasn't there before. Kiwi, do you want to talk, or kick you out of your chair, apparently. There we are.
During the day, I'm all business. But when work's done, I like to enjoy the resort like everyone else.
I bet. And you remain pleasant working for those people in there.
Part of the job, I guess.
Yes, your boss is an asshole, in other words.
Keep it, you know? And it helps for those rare opportunities I get to talk them out of some of their crazier ideas. Like, did you know they wanted to dye the entire ocean on this planet pink so it would look more magical or something? They almost did it too, until I reminded Balam that guests won't appreciate the water dyeing their swimsuits funny colors. Funny it took that and not killing off all the ocean life, but I take what I can get. At least Balam's there to be the reasonable one.
Yeah, that's the reasonable guy, huh? I'll throw another grenade in there. Feels like the thing to do. I'm not sure I want to do any work for any of the other two. Let's see if Balam here wants to talk.
What you love about this planet? I've been working on a new marketing slogan. Don't just imagine paradise. Live it in Paradiso.
That's not the worst slogan I've ever heard of. Fifth floor premium suites. Anybody around here got any quests?
You'd think we'd be a prime target for pirates, but they know to stay away for the most part.
This is probably the best vacation I've ever taken.
Lost room keycard. Okay.
No one's going to care if I call out sick from work for another week, right?
Paradiso security is only here for your safety. Pretend we're not even here.
Sure. Get out of the way.
I'm not much of a beach person, but everyone talks about this place, so I had to see.
It's kind of fun. Do some interesting stretches there. Paradiso hotel room key. I picked up a different one apparently. I don't suppose it'll help. Let's see if we can get into the other penthouse with it. I assume not, but if we don't try. No. This is one of the things that's missing, though. Right.
We'd be a prime target for pirates, but they know to stay away for the most part.
Thanks for choosing us over Cafe Lux. Tea's better than coffee, anyway.
Polymac.
Hello. Welcome to Tranquility. If you fancy a cuppa, we have some new and classic blends that are sure to satisfy even the most discerning tea aficionado, whether you want to relax at the end of the day or energize yourself while watching the latest Red Mile feed.
Red Mile fan, huh? Do you know I've run it before?
You know, I thought you looked familiar. I think I've seen you in the feed before. I can't believe I'm talking to another runner. I'm a big fan of the Red Mile. You know Donovan Reese? He once came and ordered tea at our little shop. I think I died a little when he kissed my hand. If you ever run into him, tell him I still remember.
Okay. That's a bit weird. I do enjoy a nice cup of tea.
Aye, that's the spirit. It's not like you'll find a better drink over at Cafe Lux, am I right? So, what can I get for you today?
Perhaps there's not a bit more competition directly across between the two of them, a bit back and forth between the two people on the counters there. How you doing, Shogun? Anyone got bugbear, ships land, but no enemy show up, and you can't board it to steal it? Don't think so. I've run into the odd one I can't board, but usually some other context to it. So I don't think so. Did you catch my latest run?
Oh, wow! I thought that was you. That last run was incredible. You know, you're generating a lot of buzz. There's a lot of talk that you're the next Donovan Reese. I wish you continued success.
I wonder if that'll change her dialogue if you've run it enough time.
It's okay.
If you've outdone Donovan Reese, maybe she has something else to say. What tea do you recommend?
Well, if you want something strong, we have Earl Grey, breakfast, or classic black tea. If you want something relaxing, we have chamomile or easy sleep. But if you want something more exotic to tickle your fancy, might I suggest lotus or sunray?
Interesting.
Thanks for choosing us over Cafe Lux over there.
Well, it's funny you should mention that, because I'm actually going to go and see what the deal with Cafe Lux is. Kumar.
If only I could figure out the secret to that new drink. I might need to enlist outside help. Hey,
Sorry.
Ah.
Didn't mean to be rude and ignore you when you came in. I'm just trying to figure out the solution to a problem I'm having. What can I do for you?
I recognise his voice, and I don't think it's a Bethesda game. Ooh, excuse me. That I recognise him from. Ooh, that got me. Strange. Next patch is due middle of next month, I think. So, if it that's probably the soonest it'll get fixed, unless there's something else you can do to kind of nudge it. But I don't know about that. Reddit might have some advice for you. Yeah, Google the issue, but yeah, it's not a problem I've run into. Looking for help. Is your coffee different to any other coffee?
Ah, well, I'm not sure if you know this, but most coffee is synthetically created. Ours is 100% organic, made from coffee beans rescued from Earth hundreds of years ago, and cultivated by Cafe Lux authorized growers.
That sounds interesting.
You can really taste the difference between our real coffee and the other, stuff. What's up?
How's the coffee business?
Not bad. Well, it'd be a little better if that tranquility went within spitting distance. I'm not saying anyone should spit on tranquility, by the way. Just maybe don't buy their tea. Drink coffee instead. Yeah? Yeah.
Need some help?
Matter of fact, I am. We keep losing business to tranquility. It seems like they're always trying new things, new recipes. And well, we just have the same old coffee here. I have an idea, but I don't know if I have the skills to pull it off.
What kind of skills are we talking about?
I need help from someone who's good at getting others to do what they want. Or good at, stealing. What I'm proposing may not be entirely legal. And even if I could succeed, I fear the risk is too great for me.
Don't have the skills to make better coffee?
No, I mean, yes, I do. What I mean is that's not the problem. It's not about brewing better coffee. We already have the best, most authentic coffee on the market. It's about finding new flavors. I think Tranquility has it right in that regard. I want to find out more about what they're planning next, but I barely know where to begin.
Tell me of your plan.
The tea sommelier from Tranquility Corporate is on vacation here. I
Tea sommelier.
talking to Polly about some new tea product they're working on. If you could convince them, or otherwise get the recipe before it goes to market, I'm sure it will help me succeed. Maybe I can even move up the corporate ladder.
You want me to steal it if they aren't willing to tell me the recipe?
All I know is that the sommelier has the recipe on his slate. Do whatever you want with that information. I just need that recipe. If they won't tell you the recipe, do whatever you can. Well, except for using violence. I wouldn't want anyone to get hurt.
Sure we can do that.
I hope so.
Evening, Gabe. How are you doing?
Break I'm looking for.
Alright.
If I could just stay here forever, I would.
So look at these lost and found in a second. Dirk Huddleston's most recent messages from 204. Don't allow staff to attend room 204. Ongoing security concern. Despite what the computer system may say, room should be considered occupied. Interesting. Lost wedding ring. Recently stayed at the resort, found accommodations lovely, misplaced wedding ring. Want it back before husband notices. Lost had it staying at the cabana. Couldn't find it when searching it. Might have fallen in the sand somewhere nearby. I don't remember which cabana number it was. Dirk, man, you got some. Come party with us sometime. It's okay to at least once in a while. I can get someone to cover your shift. Seriously, it's crazy the fun we're having. We even got some of that stuff from Neon. Dirk, let's go. From Emil. That guy, the gigolo. Whose name I can't say. Gift shop complaint. Don't know who to address this to because didn't see a gift shop address anywhere, so I'll do it here. Lady working store was rude. Went to buy a nice little gift for daughter back home. Woman refused to look up the price for me, and I was sure I was going to buy it. Even when I asked her name so she could file this complaint, she said her name was Bite My Ass. Room service. Hello, it's my 7th call for room service in the past hour, and I'm getting upset, so I keep ordering the 6 prawn delight, but each time I try it, it tastes a little funny. Each time I call, the bellhop brings me another one, and each time it tastes a little off. First I thought your chef was incompetent, now I'm starting to wonder if the bellhop is spitting in it or something. He was giving me the stink eye, and I don't like it. Kids these days have no respect for doing a job well. I demand you send another order up to my room once again, right away, and it better be good, or write a local letter to my local newspaper telling them all about your terrible service. Lost and found. Room keycard, thermos, wedding ring, slate. Found a necklace. Oh, is that the one that went missing? Or deep sea diving, antique digital music player, red and white bicycle, and gold ring. Interesting. So, room keycard I've got, thermos near the spaceport, wedding ring out on beach outside entrance to cabana, and slate on the rooftop terrace. Okay. Obtain the tranquility recipe. I think that's going to be our first mission. Oh, it's on the roof of the terrace. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, that would be sod's law. Well, good ships disappear when you can get them and replace with terrible ones.
3 days was going to be enough.
We try to stay out of the guest way, but we are always here if needed.
This is probably the best vacation I've ever taken.
Should be a slate up here somewhere.
Come here for a little R&R, huh? Me too.
Something like that. This is a holiday destination after all.
Everything here is a little more expensive than I expected. Just that's how they get you.
Fucking hell. Dodds is a bit full on in the swimwear.
Oh, this is even better than in the brochure.
Definitely a bit strong.
I shouldn't be telling you this, but don't order the 6 prawn delights. Don't. Yet another nice day in Paradiso. They're all nice days, I guess.
I guess I have to.
Another day in Paradiso.
As bad as I thought it'd be.
I was worried about my beach body until I spoke with that lady.
A lot of luck here.
I don't think
That guy's got a slate, but I don't think it's the one I need.
I'd actually rather keep to myself, if you don't mind. Sorry, did you need something?
I'm guessing the Tranquility executive here. Buy the recipe. Do you have a secret drink recipe? Who are you? Who are you?
Rowan Masterson, at your service. I'm a tea sommelier for Tranquility. I ensure all our brews match our high standards for consistency and quality, and I also travel systems-wide to seek out new and interesting brews. After all, I fancy myself quite the tea enthusiast, so I'm quite good at discovering delicious new tastes.
Yeah, they are working on making sure you don't have to roll back to an earlier save if you with the patches, particularly to fix quests. But apparently it's a bit more of a complex thing to do because of people being in different places, different points of different quests and stuff, I think. So, yeah, hopefully they'll get it sorted soon. They did mention they were going to try and get into, hopefully, the next patch, but we'll see. Is it true you have a secret recipe?
Ah, yes. The rumors are true. My job requires me to always be looking for new flavor profiles, in teas especially. I've been working on a new tea drink that I think will make a big splash with tea connoisseurs everywhere, but I'm not quite ready to present it just yet. I'm afraid you'll need to wait like everyone else.
Persuasion time. Yeah, hopefully they'll get that sorted soon. So I think mid-February is when the next update's due, so it should be cool.
This should be interesting.
Big fan of everything you've done for Tranquility. Can't hurt. Selfish to keep a secret like this. Big fan of everything you've done for Tranquility.
I'm sure you
Yeah,
are.
nice try.
That's no reason to give up coveted corporate secrets to a fan. Sorry, but no. Sharing the recipe with me can't hurt, can it? It's probably not that big of a deal, to be honest. I mean, what are you going to do? Open up a shop and compete with just one lousy recipe?
I'm simply a big tea enthusiast. The recipe would make my day.
Maybe it wouldn't hurt to share it with you.
Someone else could come up with a new recipe, a similar recipe anyway. So no harm in sharing.
Probably not.
Woo.
Very well.
Victory.
I can tell another tea enthusiast like myself when I meet one. What's the harm in sharing what I found to be a particularly delicious brew? Besides, it's not even guaranteed to go to market anytime soon. And even when it does, there are bound to be changes. So here, enjoy.
Well.
What a nice day, huh?
Lost and found while we're here. Find the lost slate. Should be up here somewhere.
Why did I think 3 days was going to be enough?
I'm on vacation because I don't want to be bothered by anyone. Get it?
Please, let the concierge know if you need anything.
There are so many activities I'm looking forward to doing, but
Not getting any hints as to where the lost slate might be.
Hello, can I get you something to drink?
But he's not yelling at me for being behind the bar. Maybe it's not legal here. I thought I saw it then, but apparently not.
I was
Aha!
about my beach body until I spoke with that lady at Enhance here.
I think the thermos might be in one of the rooms, did they say? I think they did, but nothing mentioned on there. Let's try 5th floor premium suites. Yeah, it's The game tracking so much data, there's a problem there, Steve. Like all the items and changes that you make to countless little details that have to be reflected in the save file.
Well. We've got some of the best private security in the settled systems.
Pretty sure I do have the hotel key, but okay. Stuck there. A thermos. Bounce downstairs because I'm not getting the information I need. Shouldn't have collected 10,000 succulents, Brad. I mean, it seems like the done thing to me, but it's probably not great for your save file.
Come here for a little R&R, huh? Me too.
Did you get it?
Got the recipe.
Amazing! I can't believe you did it. I hope it wasn't too difficult.
It was tough. Should get paid more.
Oh, you want more?
Deserve more than you know, that's right.
I know.
Yes. I knew you were a reasonable person.
I tried to be.
Should we work something out?
Yeah, I hope so. Okay, fine. It'll be worth it once I get promoted. I'll give you more than what I was originally planning.
Ooh.
Now, let's see what's in that recipe. Wait, the secret ingredient is coffee? Really? Well, I guess I'm in luck. Once I brew
This tea's secret ingredient is coffee.
And I have higher quality coffee ingredients to boot. So it'll be even better than what they have here. Stop by if you ever want to try some.
Well, I didn't see that coming, I have to admit.
If I could just stay here for
Property theft. What a great quest name. I like that. Thermos near the spaceport. Key card has been got. So thermos near the spaceport, wedding ring outside on the beach near entrance to Cabana.
It's beautiful out there, isn't it?
Yeah. Easy. Now just do the last one. Evening, Connie. How are we doing? Play longer than 30 minutes, crashes the desktop when you fast travel. Oof, nightmare. A console.
Stay knowing you're in our capable hands.
Surprising, nonetheless.
Hello there.
Stay it there.
I never get tired of reaching.
Aha! Turn the lost items to Dirk.
I don't know how much longer we can go with the air purifier.
Ooh.
I hope you are well on this fine evening. Greetings.
Found all the items.
Well, this is unexpected. You really shouldn't have felt obligated to help. But the truth of the matter is, you've actually saved me a great deal of time and headaches, so I suppose I should give praise where praise is due? So, good. I should probably give you something for your trouble. Thank you, I guess.
Wait for scanned every planet. Crimson Fleet got some main story to finish. I don't know if New Game Plus is going to reset most things, Steve. It should solve most of the problems, I would think. Ooh, excuse me. As always, I would say, yeah, try it first, save first, and then try it. That's what I wanted. Okay. Let's get off this planet.
It may be paradise. That doesn't mean
Everything here.
Respect. I don't remember what the Gigolo wanted me to do, but it's this quest. So once we've done that. We can, where's my apartment? It must have been up there, wasn't it? We jumped to another one. It looked like there was another level further up, so yeah, I guess that's where we were. Yeah, I'm pottering around at a measly 53 here. Not mean to fall down the hole. Whew.
I want to hear one of my stories? Or do you have one to tell me?
That's frustrating, Steve. Sounds to me like a save file limitation. Well, you know, save files got too big and too complex and stuff. I would guess, but it doesn't really help much, does it? That one. Yeah, very annoying. Falling apart at the seams over here.
Our tiny tin can fragile humans have survived being hurtled through space once more.
and prepare to be scanned. Scan complete. You are cleared to land at...
Good going. Right, I do like it going. Cool planet. Cool city, got a really striking vibe. Similar one to Mars and Sardinia, but not quite the same.
This thing you're wearing?
Kashi.
It's kind of creeping me out a little. Sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but I've got a lot of shipments to process still. So let's cut to the chase. Are you here to claim a shipment in storage, or do you have some other shipping concern? Did one of my robots wander off again? Was it something else entirely?
Shipment in storage. There's a lot of cargo come through here.
Surprised. Gagarin's had a bit of a resurgence lately as an industrial hub. It seems like every week we're storing
Might have had something to do with that.
Cargo. That reminds me, if this keeps up, we're going to need more robots.
Tell me about the shipping warehouse.
Well, it's owned by Unified Transport. We employ a mostly robotic staff. Fewer mistakes that way. We do short-term storage, long-term. I guess that's pretty much it. It's a warehouse. We do shipping. Enough said.
Warehouse. We store stuff. Then we ship it out again. Seems about right. A lot of robots around here, huh?
What do you expect? Robots never get tired. They don't need brakes. They can carry heavy loads. They're faster and more efficient in every way for this kind of work. And if I'm being honest, I prefer their company. When you've spent most of your life in space away from people, you learn to trust technology more than humanity.
Yeah, darling. Like mostly I'll be like, kind of using robots to remove people's jobs. Don't like to see it. On the other hand, the kind of labour that those robots are doing would take quite a physical toll on people. So if there's a job that should, in very heavy air quotes, be given to a robot, it's probably the kind of job that damages humans. Probably.
I've had more
here on behalf of
robots.
Screw you, lady.
I'd like to help you, but there's a problem with my computer system. I can't verify your claim number at the moment.
If I bash your head in it, will it start working then?
By 1100 hours local time.
I can help you fix it right now. Don't have time to wait. Surely you can have a look at just this once. Come back then. Where are these parts stored here? Out in the boondocks? What?
Look, Gagarin may be past its heyday, but we've still got a lot going on here. It's prime real estate for industrial ventures. Corporations contract with our secure warehouse facilities here to store merchandise. Some companies use it for older parts, like the ones you're picking up, so that they don't take up space they need in their own warehouses for merchandise that moves more quickly.
Makes sense. I could probably fix a computer for you.
Normally I wouldn't allow it, but work is starting to back up. And I wasn't looking forward to staying late to finish processing all the claims. So, what the hell? Take a crack at it.
Okay.
You heading outside the city? Be careful.
Tempted to take a crack at it with something heavy, but you load into the computer system and manage to find a divide by zero error that has brought the entire system down. You manage to locate the source of the error and fix code. System starts back up. Looks to be fully operational. That did not take long. I suspect it normally takes a lot longer.
You're supposed to be here?
Yeah, future patch might save you. There have been issues with saves, and they know that, so I'd imagine Bethesda are working on it to try and solve that.
How about that? I guess I can call up the technician. And thanks to you, I won't have to work extra to make up for the time. Here's your order. Thanks again for the help.
Nice. Sun's slowly creeping up. Okay then. Back to Paradiso. I do like this ship. Quite like the layout, like the submarine vibes, like the cockpit, like the really long single ladder that goes right up through the middle of it to connect all the different decks. I just like it.
Ready for takeoff in 3, 2, 1, go!
It's only small, but it's quite cool, I think. I might one day attempt a ship build that doesn't involve ladders, go the other direction, and use that bridge from New Homestead, but for now, I'm quite fond on this one. Off we go.
In one instant, the stars are rearranged. And we are here.
Down, down, down we go. Back to work, Xion. Notes to the grindstone, no rest for the wicked, etc.
It is my sincerest wish that this humble robot servant has brightened your day. If I have failed in any way, please know that I am dreadfully sorry.
Damn it, I was trying hoping I could kind of get some momentum to flip the ladder up, make it close, but it's not going to work. Weird thing to latch onto there, but alrighty, so considering it's I mean, it's kind of a good example of really cool, but where Starfield struggles a little bit. It's a cool location, it's everything you'd want in it, but this is supposed to be the premier resort of the whole settled systems. It's a bit small, isn't it?
We try to stay out of the guests' way.
I mean, it's not just a Starfield thing, to be fair. We talked about this the other day, that Skyrim and every other Bethesda game has the same issue. The settlements are just weirdly small. All the cities in Skyrim are way too small for what they're supposed to be. Not so much an issue with Fallout because of the nature of the game world, but yeah. If premier resort of the whole settled systems, and I'm assuming like the population is slightly smaller than it currently is, but even so, that hotel, if that was a full hotel, would not constitute a particularly large resort now. So
can't wait, and man. What would I have done if you hadn't come along to help?
Yeah, if you purify parts for you.
You got them? That's great. And just in time, too. One of my maintenance people said they heard something rattling around in one of the purifier units. Thanks. I'll make sure the staff here always treats you right.
Bigger premieres. Yeah, I have some bigger travel lodges for sure. As well. Never stayed in Premier Inn though.
Hope you're enjoying yourself.
Tis rather on the minute side. Right. Next up, back to space. I think we're probably done here. I don't know if it's so much the buildings that's the issue, Greg, as the people to populate them. I'm sure they could make bigger cities and stuff. You look at downtown Boston, for example, in Fallout 4. But if they try and populate that, the number of people and moving parts and so on will likely absolutely tank any performance whatsoever. So it'll be a complete nightmare, I would think. I'm guessing that's what's going on there. I saw somebody else somewhere in another video recently basically heavily suggesting that Bethesda should ditch their current engine and switch over to Unreal, and I'm like, I can kind of see where you're going with the current engine thing, but Unreal, as far as I'm aware, is currently a really poor choice of engine for what Bethesda do. Historically, it's not been the best choice for big open world games. It's struggled with that. Better for other sorts of games. So it's like, go Unreal. No, 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 no. Maybe something new, but Unreal is not the thing. Definitely not Unreal. But it's the fashionable one at the moment, really, isn't it? I mean, it is good, but we'll have to see, because both Nightingale and The Axis Unseen are using Unreal, so, and they're both open world games, so we'll have to see how those perform with the newest version. See if they do better than the older versions. So, I need to find out where the ECS constant is.
Well, for a while anyway.
It's in Strix right now, huh? Okay, we're heading... Ooh, I can't just jump there. Interesting. Where am I right now? Quite a long way away. I can jump to Rana, apparently. Via Rutherford and Bell. Both places I've been. Rana I have not. Okay, interesting. Not quite sure why the distance here is being measured in AU, which is what, astronomical units or astro units or whatever. Either way, 1 AU is the distance between the Earth and the Sun. And we're considering jumping to entirely other solar systems here, so it would seem to me that... Ooh, that's quite pretty looking. The distance should be measured in light years, not in AU. Lack of time? Yeah, I would imagine they could do some of it automated. I mean, they managed to automate a lot of other stuff, but even when they do automate a lot of stuff, they still come back over it and for particularly key areas and then do a detail pass, so they might be able to speed up the process a little bit. So, this is the ship we were helping out last time, who, assuming I'm in the right place, then this is the ship of people who left early and arrived late. To make a reference to a slightly obscure book.
Fascinate me.
So, we'll have to see if I can find any extra side quests in here, because somebody did say that there were side quests to be found. I think it was the constant, wasn't it? I have to go to? Didn't undock this time, yeah. Managed to avoid that. Yeah, this is the right place.
The Constant is a peaceful ship. Don't change that.
Planning on it.
Lucky we're under orders not to escort you right off this ship.
Oh, sod off. Did you a favour?
Hey, maybe you could help out. Hey, he's been talking about needing someone with a ship.
There's one person we can help out, Yang.
Oh, I've heard about you. The visitor
nice makeup.
who helped us get into the situation we're now in, roaming the galaxy with no end in sight. Sorry, I don't mean to be ungrateful or rude. I'm just frustrated.
Just matched her eyeshadow to her uniform. Which makes sense, but it's an interesting level of detail. What do you do here?
Certainly not what I want to do.
Meaning exactly?
I hate this job, and there's really nothing I can do about it. I'm the cultivation manager. Fancy words for farmer and fertilizer collector. I didn't have a choice. Most people don't. You get a job, and that's it. Like, I'm great at what I do, but I would enjoy doing literally anything else. Meanwhile, my
you get spare time?
She gets to hang out with kids all day and watch movies. The kids I couldn't care less about, but she doesn't even care about Earth culture. Ugh.
What's living on a colony ship like?
Still pretty terrible. Even though we're now supposedly on our way to our new home.
Yeah, you're looking for
I'm
one.
still stuck here with the same people and the same job, day in and day out. Only now, we occasionally see other space travelers. I was really hoping we could finally settle somewhere, because then at least I could hitch a ride out of wherever we landed. Sometimes I wonder if my sister was the lucky one.
Julia?
Ah, so you've met her. No, not Julia. Julia and I were actually triplets with our sister Jen, but the ship ran out of one of her medications and she didn't make it.
Oh, that's rough.
But it is what it is. We only have so many supplies. We couldn't exactly get anything new along the way. Anyway, it happened a long time ago. I don't really feel that she's lucky. I'm just frustrated.
Well, quite. I was very happy with life on the ship.
Is it that obvious?
Yes, you said so.
Intent on finding a home just as perfect as Paradiso, and it's clear that's never going to happen.
New.
Love to leave. But outside of you and the occasional passing trade ships we
So
make,
she would like to join my crew, would she?
ways off this ship. And besides, Breckenridge forbids it.
Ah.
I've tried. She insists we stay together for the sake of the community. I'm stuck here.
I could talk to her. Is it really so bad on the ship?
Oh my god, yes! It's all I've ever known. But I feel a deep need to get out of here. I can't explain it. Maybe it was all those movies I saw as a kid. Green meadows, beaches, lush forests, mountains. I've always wanted to experience these things. And we were so close to it. Damn it! I could almost feel it. So yeah, I'm done with this place.
Maybe I can convince Breckenridge to let you leave.
It's a long shot. You've dealt with her. You know she can be stubborn. But then again, you did make her serious.
She tried, and I just went right around her.
Maybe you can do it again and fix this mess. Sorry, I know it may not sound like it, but I'd actually be really grateful to you if you succeed.
Yeah, I don't know how Breckenridge would feel about me, seeing as I basically... She was like, yeah, can you arrange it so that we can land... And damn, we've got a whole bunch of people. Yeah, she was like, yeah, arrange it so we can land on Paradiso and move in. And I arranged a completely different solution to the problem and did so without really consulting her. Set the whole thing up and just said, right, this is what we're doing. And just left her with no other option. So I could see why she wouldn't like me very much if she didn't particularly like the outcome.
Great. How many more days, months, years of being cooped up here before we find a new place to live?
I don't have much to spare, but if you are ever injured, I will try my best to help. I hear you're the one who helped us out of that mess. It's good to meet you. I suppose I have you to thank for my husband Mabuti's continued survival.
What was wrong with Mabuti?
No, but he was in danger of being terminated. The ECS Constant had a very strict population control measure that we needed to enact because resources and living spaces were scarce. The eldest of us would volunteer to terminate themselves to make room when needed. Mabuti, being the kind soul he is, volunteered. It may seem harsh, but it was needed for our continued survival.
Volunteer to commit suicide to make space for new people, or what? They pick from a hat? Just pick the oldest? Jesus, that's rough. I'm not down for that. Not having this at all. Greater good, my arse. there's other ways to do that.
It may seem that way to you, but remember, things are different when you only have so many resources and so much room to work with for such a long time.
Even I can do the necessary maths required to work out how long the journey from Earth to a given planet is going to take. It's not particularly complex. I'm shite at maths. Okay. So you simply take the answer to that particular problem and figure out how much stuff you need to take with you, how much resources, and do it. Or you take a smaller group of people, or you build a bigger ship and you solve the problem. Before you leave, this should never have come up. How are you doing now? How's he doing now with solving scarcity issues?
In theory, yes. Thanks to you. Since we are free to travel wherever we want and communicate with other ships, we aren't worried about running out of supplies.
You should never have been in the first place if you planned properly.
Been put on hold for the time being. Of course, we may still run into problems with living space aboard the ship if we go too long without finding a new home.
What happened if the population grew too much?
We try our best to avoid that through careful family planning.
Well, exactly, there's that option as well.
We ran into situations where things did not go according to plan. And then we needed to adjust and make difficult decisions concerning our community and resources. We never did anything without careful consideration. But at the end of the day, we needed to do what was best for the ship so as not to put everyone in jeopardy.
Chief Medical Officer?
Indeed. There aren't many doctors on board. In addition to regular checkups, I perform surgeries, obstetrics, and other medical procedures. I also help train the next generation of doctors. After all, someone must. It's demanding work. Goodbye.
Yeah, there's one other side to that that's interesting. Like, the obvious way to solve the problem so that you don't have to have people, you know, euthanized to maintain a population is do it through, family planning, as she put it, which makes a lot of sense.
Sure is nice to know there are other people out there.
But flip side of that is how to put it? The kind of family planning there would be very, very old school in the sense that, like, 1,000 years ago, when some societies basically expected everybody to marry and have a family, irrespective of how they felt about that personally. It was like their personal opinion wasn't relevant, because if they don't, then everybody dies out. So it's kind of the opposite side of the problem, I suppose, which is still better than the whole, let's just slaughter everybody, but
just stay out.
Yeah.
We've got strict rules around here. They're strict for a reason.
I feel like the layout of this ship doesn't make a right lot of sense, but okay.
That planet was not right for us anyway. No doubt the next one will be.
That's the crew holding up.
Understandably, some are disappointed that we gave up our home, but I think I've managed to convince them that this will be best in the long term. I have no doubt that even if it takes more time, we will manage to find something even better. And it's important to remember, we're still way ahead of our original schedule. Everything will be fine.
Just how badly did your forefathers plan this fucking thing then? If you're way ahead of schedule, how the fuck are you running out of resources this badly that you need to, have voluntary suicide? Like, if you're way ahead of schedule, somebody fucked up really, really badly several generations before. Why do you need to find a new home instead of assimilating into modern society?
That's a good question. But I firmly believe that establishing our own home is what our ancestors would want for us.
The ones who bollocks it up completely on basic maths.
When it comes to trade and exchange of ideas. However, we've fared by ourselves for so long, it would be unreasonable for our people to give up our own sovereignty in favor of a completely different society's rules and expectations. It may seem like it's about me maintaining control, but it's more about avoiding massive culture shock. We'll get there, but we'll need to ease into it so future generations can reap the benefits.
You don't even need a Casio calculator, you just need a pen and paper for that bloody maths. It's, somebody back there fucked up big. Janet wants to leave.
I'm well aware of Janet's desire to leave. I'll tell you the same thing I told her. For the sake of our mission and community, we need to stay together. Each member of our community is valuable, especially Janet. If she left, we'd be at least a couple of weeks behind in food production while we trained someone to fill her role. But I suppose if you brought us more food staples to tide us over while that happens, we could do it. Say, a large quantity of potatoes?
That could be done. Give 50 potatoes. I don't have potatoes, but I can do that.
Sorry, that's not going to be enough. If we're really going to do this, you'll need to...
I need to go and find 50 spuds. Where the... am I going to find 50 spuds?
Never seen a ship like yours before. Then again...
A couple of people actually even blew through all our cheese rations in a couple of days. Is this true, Steve?
Just because our equipment's
Are you the reason they're having to euthanize people? Because you ate all the cheese?
Hello there. Given that I don't know you, you must be this visitor I've been hearing so much about.
Excellent deduction,
Julia,
Sherlock.
the Constant's chief historian. It's nice to meet you on this momentous occasion.
Trying to scam her on potatoes. It wasn't so much trying to scam her as making sure that the quest register are updated so that I can keep track of how many potatoes I have or have not got. Tell me about the Constant.
As chief historian, I can tell you a lot, probably. What do you want to know?
Who are the original crew?
We're the descendants of wealthy elites, intellectuals, artists, scientists, and others who left Earth in 2040 to
Freaking dumbasses. Oh, 2040. Bloody hell. I didn't realise it was that close to now.
For a variety of reasons. Our finder, Rupert Brackenridge,
36 years from now.
Plan for the worst. Thus, he constructed this colony ship to settle what seemed like the most habitable planet we could find, knowing full well it would take generations to reach. We suspected that we may have been the only ones to leave Earth, given that no one else seemed to have the same idea. I'm glad we appear to be wrong.
I'm sure people had the idea, they weren't the fun of it. If it's like 26 years from now, they'd certainly be capable of doing the appropriate level of planning to make sure they had supplies to get there. From the sound of it, investments sounds like it's a sort of Elon Musk type figure who would probably have the money to set it up so that they had enough supplies, but he's also the same kind of person who would fuck it up, Musk, so, you know. I kind of see how that might have happened. But, yeah, intellectuals who can't do basic maths, apparently. Yeah. They can't out-maths me, then that's problematic. How long have you been travelling?
Well, we launched Tuesday, September 27th, 2140. So
2140. So she said 2040 a minute ago.
Would have been longer, but it turns out we have an ace navigator who saved us some time with some tricky maneuvers.
Cool. Where'd the name come from?
ECS stands for Earth Colony Ship. We wanted a fairly inclusive name to represent the planet, and not a particular nation of origin. There was an old colony ship that sailed across the oceans of Earth from a country called England to settle on a new continent. It was called either the Susan or Sarah Constant. No one seems to know for sure, so ours was shortened to just Constant. Ironically
that's
enough,
interesting.
that ship also reached what they thought was new land, and found it populated when they arrived. As chief historian, I can tell you a lot, probably. What do you want to know? You know where to find me if you ever want to know more.
I heard all you do is hang out with kids and watch movies. Is that true?
You must have been speaking with my sister. There's more to it than that. Officially, I'm assigned to the role of Chief Historian. Generations ago, it used to be Lawkeeper of Humanity, but that seemed a bit too lofty. While I don't think my job is as important as Captain, Engineering Officer, or Cultivation Manager, it's still vital to our mission.
Yeah. Tell me more about your duties.
I run the educational programs aboard the ship for all the children.
The educational programs are pretty damned important.
Earth history. We try to have group sessions some evenings where we read old Earth literature, watch old films, listen to music, and the like. So yes, I hang out with children and watch movies, but it's more involved than that. We historians are charged with keeping Earth culture alive, so that we never forget where we came from.
You were assigned?
Of course. Everyone was assigned their roles here. We don't choose our roles, since there are only so many of us, and every job is critical. Someone has to prove themselves either exceptionally bad at their job, or exceptionally good at another, in order to be moved. But that rarely happens.
Do you enjoy your job?
I do. But sometimes it's frustrating to convince some people that my job is important, since it's not directly related to our continued survival. There was a time where I thought my sister was the lucky one, running the hydroponics farm and being responsible for feeding everyone on board. But I grew to like my work, and working with children is nice, especially since I'll never have any of my own.
Yeah, how the heck is educating children on a generational colony ship in any way less important than, you know, like your continued survival? Their education is what keeps the ship running for the next generation. And, you know, if they're not properly educated, they can't run the ship and can't deal with problems that arise and so on. Then everybody dies on the ship, or could potentially die. So I'd say it's pretty damned important. Why can't you have children?
It's okay. I don't mind you asking. I'm actually proud of my choice. It's a great honor to give up one's ability to have a family so that others may. As you can imagine, a population limit is a necessity on board a colony ship. I made my choice long ago to give others the chance to have a larger family should they wish. Though, I suppose I don't need to worry about that now. Maybe it's time to consider it.
Yeah, priorities might change. I can kind of see that. There's a slightly suspicious undercurrent to the way she said that. It's a bit like, But if it's just simply making a choice, that's, well, it's her choice to make. Has it been difficult to learn 200 years of history you weren't part of? Well, plenty of people do it generally,
but... Not much different than the previous history I was teaching. There's just a lot more of it now. There's a lot for us to catch up on. Scientific advancements, social studies, even pop culture. Geography is different now that there are so many planets. It can seem a little overwhelming at times, but we're getting there.
Well, I imagine you could make cheese that way, Steve. I think you'd have a hard time convincing people to eat said cheese. And also, you know, growing the population is not something they want to do. They want to limit population growth, not increase it.
Goodbye.
I'm glad you're not an alien, but that would have been
I hope you'll come back. There's so much to learn.
Alright, so... Speak with Abe. Okay, he's over here, is he? He must be on the level below. Just giving me a flashback to Star Wars: Old Republic there. Well. Milk from... Well, yeah, that's a good point, Steve. From bees. Interesting thought. Let's go and This Abe fellow.
Hey.
Hello. Oh, it's hey, not hi.
Constant. I'm not sure how else. Wow. Hi.
Ah, Abe is hanging out in the living quarters.
Hello. Oh, hi. Hello. You're the alien. Sorry, old habit. Let me start over. You're the person who helped us with our little dilemma, aren't you?
Oh dear, Greg. I should have seen that one coming. Oh dear. You okay?
It's fine. I'm just a bundle of nerves still. Things haven't changed too much since we decided to look for a new planet to call home. People still come to me with their problems and concerns. Abe, when are we gonna get there? Abe, can we find a planet with animals? Abe, I'm sick of this ship and want to be anywhere but here, and so on and so forth. It's fine, it's my job, but it's stressful, and I'm already a pretty anxious guy to begin with. Just ask my husband.
Okay, moving on.
Sorry, yeah. Deep breath, here we go. I'm Abe. Levitz. Abe Levitz, cabin manager on board the ship. So, I'm happy to help you with it.
Cabin manager, people use him as a counsellor. Well, I suppose he's got full double duty probably on that one. I'll keep you in mind.
I'm happy to schmooze with you anytime.
What do you do as cabin manager?
Glad you asked. I coordinate cabin maintenance, plan activities, even help settle domestic disputes. It's a demanding job, but in short, I'm here to keep people happy. I try to keep both the kids and adults entertained. Scavenger hunts, sing-alongs, fun little art projects, you name it. We also
That's got to be pretty intense.
Nights where a historian, Julia Yang, screens old movies, plays music, and exposes us to other Earth media.
I thought that sentence was going to end in a whole other direction for a second there, but it didn't, thankfully. Tell me about yourself.
Hey, well, there's not much to say. I take care of people here. I live with my husband, Daisuke. No kids, though that might change now that we no longer need to worry about resources so much. Instead, I get to spend time with everyone and their families here. They call me their bubby because I'm like the grandmother they never had. I may have had something to do with that nickname.
Right, he's a very strange boy. Also, not quite sure how the gay couple are supposed to exactly have kids. I mean, the obvious thing would be they adopt, but in a small enclosed environment like this, I would imagine adoption would cause a whole raft of problems beyond what it would normally cause in sort of the real world. So whoever you're adopting from lives just over there in the next cabin. That's like, yes, you were adopted by another family and you've got to see your birth parents literally every time you open the front door. It'd be weird, at least. People really think I was some sort of alien.
People didn't know what to think. Here we are, minding our own business out in deep space, all alone. Then we hear some sort of garbled transmissions on the radio. Real screechy, real inhuman sounding stuff. Then you show up? People had all sorts of fakakta theories. Aliens, time travelers, you name it. We watch a lot of old movies, so... Anyway, it spooked the bejesus out of us because we were expecting to find nobody.
This is the situation. I don't recognize some of the words you're using. Can you help me out?
Oh? Oh, you must mean the Yiddish. It's an old family tradition. The Levitts have been trying to keep it alive for hundreds of years now. See, we didn't think the language would survive if we didn't, so we charged ourselves with preserving it.
There's probably some truth to that.
Family, and something I'd like to pass on to others so they don't forget. Like my great-great-great-grandmother's latke recipe.
Here you need help with something.
Oh, you heard? I was just kvetching to myself. Mostly I just need to find someone with a ship, but hey, you're someone with a ship, aren't you?
No ship? What do you need?
I'll save you the spiel, but ever since we found out that people exist out there, the crew's been asking me if we could track down possible relatives. I made the mistake of looking some up, and now they want to connect with them. Now, I'm not gonna ask you to schlep anyone back and forth, but could you deliver these messages for us to connect our crew with their relatives?
Yeah. Not quite sure how I'm going to be compensated on this one. I'll tell you where to go and who to find.
Oh, you're such a mensch! Thank you! Let me get you the letter and the information you'll need to track down the...
I'm guessing this will be a repeatable one. Okay. I now have at least some idea who some of these people are.
We're so close to finding our new home. Hopefully it won't
The thing that confuses me a little bit about this whole arrangement is there's definitely not enough people on this ship to maintain a viable population. And yet here we are.
Great. How many more days? Months.
Colony ship without enough people to colonize.
I know we will find a new home. We must. For the sake of our people.
What do you do here when you're not offering to commit suicide?
Counselor. I assist my wife Lorelei in performing minor medical duties, but I also practice psychology and help maintain our crew's mental health.
Why were you one of the ones that greeted me when I first arrived?
I know it must seem strange to you. I am not a captain, nor am I a security guard. But I was brought along for a very specific reason. The captain trusts me to de-escalate situations. Pardon me saying, but we did not know who you were or what your intents were. So, Captain Breckenridge wanted me to come along as a friendly face and keep the conversation amicable. I am glad that you were peaceful, and my role was as limited as it was. Thank you.
What's life on a colony ship like?
Life on a colony ship has its ups and downs, as you can probably imagine.
It's like life on a sailing ship.
Things, however, to the best of our knowledge, we were on a critical mission, saving the human race from extinction. That notion was always with us, and it instilled a sense of pride and duty. Sure, the living quarters could be considered cramped, and we could go nowhere else. But we also had near endless time with friends and loved ones. I suppose as I get on in years, I have learned to appreciate that more than anything.
Yeah, I can see why you would. But I imagine the whole perspective has changed quite dramatically now they know that humanity survived and is all around them. Less. Your wife said you volunteered for termination. Are you nuts?
When resources were concerned, it was a necessity for our continued survival.
Needn't have been.
Make way for the young. That's how it had always been. Our daughter is now pregnant with her second child, and the Constant was at capacity. It seemed only fitting that the oldest of our family make way for the youngest. But now, there is no need for that anymore. And so, I get to live out the remainder of my days. As you can imagine, Lorelei is much happier now.
Yeah, I think you would be, and your daughter, and your grandchildren. Sounds foolish, each to their own. Feel someone appreciated. Kind, generous sacrifice, glad you don't have to give it. Yeah, that's the nicest thing you can say.
But I would have gone through with it if need be. It is the way I was raised to be, to make sacrifices so that others may live on. There used to be an elderly couple on board. They had no children, so their family name was to die with them. I convinced Lorelei that we should take it on in their honor, which is why we are now the DeCostas. My brother will continue our family legacy.
That's an interesting act of kindness. I kind of like that idea, especially as his family name doesn't die out either, because his brother can continue it. That's an interesting move. Oh, nice, Steve. Definitely a win.
Now that we know what's out there, things are going to be more interesting.
We've got strict rules around here, but they're strict for a reason.
Yeah, because somebody fucked up. Okay.
Now that we know there are other people out there, we need to be more prepared for trouble than ever.
Yeah, well, that's probably true. Pirates will take any advantage of you they can get.
We've had to do our fair share of recycling on the Constant. Not exactly a lot of places to get new goods.
Eat recycled food. It's good for the environment and okay for you. Like a very polite way to tell somebody to eat shit.
Oh, hey! I've been hearing a lot about you. You're the one who helped us out of that mess so we can find a new place to live. I'm
That was me.
the Constant's provisions manager. It's nice of you to come back and visit so I can finally meet you in person. Let me know if there's anything I can help you with.
Oh dear. Legends will be told. Curious to know what you have for sale. Where do you get supplies? You get like customers. Where do you get supplies?
We sometimes dock with trade vessels and supply depots along the way. When we do, I manage to pick up goods to sell. We still provide most necessities to our crew, but they may buy extra or afford some luxury items. Sometimes, we even sell to visitors.
Where did you get the credits? Because, yeah. Like, I mean, maybe they had something to trade with other people for credits so that they could start building up their own supply of credits and thus continue trading. But they would have started off with no currency, so that would make trading difficult, I would imagine.
The idea of a shop is new to the crew, so business is pretty good in that sense. Most of the money goes towards our communal funds, though. And we get some business from various visitors and traders when we meet up with them.
See what you got for sale.
Not much, but it's yours for a fair price.
A pistol that he shouldn't have. I mean, maybe now, but not before. Spacesuits. Somebody sold them a lot of modern spacesuits. That's interesting. And base packs. And helmets. Clothing. Load of modern clothing. Some hats and some weird stuff. Mostly hats.
See you around. Keeping track of all our supplies.
My brain just kind of processed something. War of the Worlds. Shadows in the Attic. I'm going to take both of those because I think there's at least a semi-decent chance I might be able to sell them in a kilo when I get back there.
We were so
Maybe.
close to finding our new home.
Alright, you got anything for me, man?
Always appreciate the good engineer. Good luck out there.
Not surprisingly, no.
There's so much more to learn about now.
Little sidestep there so I don't get run over by Vasco. Thought I was going to. So. Potatoes. Potatoes and speak with what's his name, who was down one level. So you go back this way. Apparently, I do still need to speak to Abe about something. Not quite sure why, but apparently I do.
Hey there.
Just stay out of trouble.
Maybe. I'm just going to have a shifty around. So you've got a bunch of VSSs, an AK, and a couple of shotguns. Lock me in, Vasco. I want to get out. Man, there's the break.
We don't need to see what it can do.
Wise decision. Ah, there it is.
It's hard work keeping everyone happy in my little community, but I try my... Oh, you heard? Mostly I just... I'll save you the spiel, but...
Oh yeah, delivering...
I'm not... Oh, yes. Let me get you...
Okay, that doesn't seem to be actually giving me an activity. Or a mission. Just seems to send me straight back to talking to him again. Unless I needed to go for the get paid option. Don't really want to do, because I don't see how he could pay me, but okay.
What? Hey! Sorry. What can I do for you? Mostly I just... I'll save you the I made the mistake of... Now, I'm not... Of course, yes, of course. Let me get you...
Nope, still not giving me anything. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna see if I can find some potatoes. No way to find potatoes, to be honest. Where's going to be the place to find spuds? Dear. I need 50 spuds from somewhere.
Oh, good. Story time. Love it.
Alright, where can I find spuds? Who left the gaffer tape right by the ladder where anybody could trip over it and fall to untimely death at the bottom of my ship?
Ship's released. Let's go.
But yeah. Jump most of the way there at least. I like the console there, the controls. Change goods to Sardinia and a Sora and Aquila. Went there, bought more, and waited 48 hours. Yeah, that's probably not a bad way to do it.
Approaching ship, you've entered Freestar Collective space. Maintain your current course while we scan for contraband.
Maybe later.
Alright.
Interesting. That just reminded me, actually, seeing that Neurostrikes pop-up. I'm kind of wondering what build I should think about doing when we next do Fallout 4. And an unarmed combat build is a possibility.
Watch it. Ships coming and going all the time.
Take a look around. I want to do your business. Feel free to look around.
Don't have much to sell. Yeah, Manaka, you can't afford it anyway. Oh my, he's got one spud. Okay. It's a start.
I'm proud. The hitching post aims to be the best damn. See for yourself.
Man, Fallout 4 has got 2 to get Ripper. Yeah, I don't know that I necessarily want to go Ripper though. I don't know. Melee can be fun in Fallout 4 for sure. I do remember having fun using a baseball bat in Fallout 4. I'm not sure it's what I'd want to go for. What's this? Nothing.
I run the branch's special.
The Trade Authority looks too happy to.
Does not have food.
Aquila City is bust. I'm sure something will catch your eye.
I can sell stuff though. A whole bunch of stuff to store, I think, now. The unpronounceable weapon machete, wasn't it? Sacrificial blade machete. Seem to remember that one. I think. I don't think anybody else here is going to have what I need, so.
An unknown vessel has been identified as an ancient colony ship that finally reached its destination after generations of traveling sublight. After extensive negotiation, the Paradiso Group outfitted this vessel with the grav
Expensive.
and now the ECS constant is gone. Where these colonists from out of time will go next is anyone's guess. Before the colonists left, in an exclusive SSNN interview, they revealed they have no hostile intentions and are open to trading with any interested parties. Hopefully, these peaceful travelers will find a good home in the stars.
Cool to hear the news stories update as you go.
Oh, looks like we got another.
I feel like they've done something similar in other games before. I know Red Dead did with its newspapers and stuff, but... Yeah? Yeah? Oh, there you are.
If you want to purchase so many books to read and War of the Worlds. Need I say more? Here, take my money. I almost want to close up the shop. Let me see. It's so nice to have
So the other one she didn't want, but hey, it was worth it. Don't call it Lucille. No, I wouldn't. Never got on with Walking Dead well enough to want to do something like that.
Ever wonder how the Crimson Fleet seems to be everywhere?
Yep. Kind of wondering if there might be a couple of other places to check out, but I don't think it's going to be worth it. Yep, that issue is still there. That's surprising. By the radio it did, yeah, but no, I definitely won't be having the radio on. But I will probably have to see about hunting down a mod that turns off radios in the world, unless there is one already. I might actually mention to fine folks at Bethesda, actually. There we are. Suggest they put one in. They put the slider into Fallout 76 a couple of weeks after launch to mute the world radios for streamers and at the request of streamers and other people, but mostly streamers. So hopefully they'll be amenable to doing the same thing for Fallout 4. Keaton. That works on numerous levels of Keaton though, because obviously you've got Batman, but you've also got Buster, which kind of works when you're busting a bat across somebody's chops.
Ship's good. Buckle up and let's go.
You also call it gangster because you're going to wrap it around somebody's head. We're here all day. So many puns, so little time.
Orbit locked.
So. Mars. There we go. See if I can jump straight to Sidonia. Probably not, but we'll give it a go. Turns out I can. I've been here in a while. I do very, very much still like this entranceway. It looks iconic and very cool. 700 hours without an incident.
Make sure to get yourself help before it becomes a problem.
I checked that when I thought this person was wearing an orange glove on their head. Like, am I thinking a chicken run or something? Something like that, you know. That kind of thing. But they're not. It's the wrong door, I think, but anyway. Definitely the wrong door. Oh well, not a problem.
Thanks again for putting up those pictures of Space Frog from outer space. People seem to really like them.
They do indeed. You can pass over to the neon strip and skip the load screen. Yeah, there's a few more spots like that would be good.
Thanks again for getting my ship back.
29 days. They're not going to make it a month, are they?
Sure. I've probably got something here you'll like.
Accent kind of disintegrated a bit there, didn't it? Ooh, riot shotgun. Nothing interesting there, really. And no spuds. What's suboptimal? How long did it take you to
See you around.
get the spuds you needed? Not you, Steve, because I feel like this is going to take a very, very long time.
Some.
The waiting timer is very, very slow. This is one area where spawning like 50 spuds into my inventory does seem appealing. No pun intended. Oh dear.
But I see an opportunity to turn scrap into something I can sell and profit off of.
I used all my training in Xion.
May not look special.
They just left out the part about
Sure thing. Take a look.
It's tickled me a bit more than I wanted it to. Oh dear. Nope, she's not got any spuds. I'm going to go try and skip this whole potato thing and just try and persuade the woman, because we're going to be here for months trying to find enough potatoes.
I have no idea what they're doing training us out here like Red Devils when the Terror Morph Management Division doesn't even need us like that.
It's alarming.
I'll never forget that you helped us finally catch that crazy bastard.
Seems to have magically jumped from 700 hours to 814 in the space of 24 hours, but I'm sure somebody could work out how long an actual hour listed on there is then. I feel the numbers might be a little bit artificial. Like an extra 3 days in the space of one or something. Or 5 days in the space of one. Well, I think we bounce back to the ship and try and just talk her into it, because trying to find 50 potatoes is going to take a very long time. So I had them already, or was growing them or something. Can at least try, can't we?
Time to join the stars.
Off we go. Oof.
Bumping retros.
My yawns made my eyeball hurt. Not good. A very bad sign, in fact. asterisks. Well, it's only a short jump up almost the whole way across the settled systems. Let's go.
No matter how many times we jump, it never gets old. Time to cycle the airlock and move.
Strange line, that one. Right, let's go and chat up the captain, see if we can't persuade her to let her crew member out without making me go and find 50 spuds.
Just because our equipment's old doesn't mean it won't work.
We were never trained to address threats coming from outside our ship.
Please use caution when handling the materials or else boom. These factors become unstable if magnetic something. Keep in mind the something polar bonds do not adapt to liquid state changes. Okay. All these factors can be adjusted. Every variable documented here has gone through extensive testing to validate purity and absolute decay rate. Asterisk per reviews. What artistic pay? Something peer reviews welcomed. Okay. Lids need to be thicker for the hinges. Make the top. Add something panel holes. I don't know. Kind of hard to figure that out with without context. Right. Where is El Capitan? In her quarters? Ah.
My crew may not realize it now, but we will be much happier with a home of our own.
Very well.
Well, if you can bring me those potatoes to make up for our potential food shortage in her absence, I'll be happy to consider it.
You want 50 spuds? I'll be there for years. Can't just pop to the supermarket, apparently. I think you should consider just letting her go.
I'll be the judge of that.
She's really not happy. Do you want her disposition to jeopardize your mission? I can tell you're a very reasonable, considerate captain. Let's try that one.
You really think so?
Flattery gets you everywhere.
It doesn't hurt to consider this proposal, I suppose.
She's not happy. She might return with insight. Well, I'll help you. Yeah, she might.
Sorry, that's too much of a maybe for me.
She's really not happy.
Janet's been in a sour mood before. She'll snap out of it again, I'm sure. Sorry, I've made up my mind and we can't afford to lose her. Unless you can figure out some sort of reasonable alternative to make up for her absence, then my answer remains a firm no.
There aren't 50 potatoes in the known universe!
Sorry.
How am I supposed to help you out with this?
To talk about?
There's a sentence I never thought I'd say.
The
Constant is a peaceful ship. Never seen a ship like yours before.
There must be a single place that's really good to go and get large numbers of potatoes or something. Otherwise, this is just evil.
The Constant is a peaceful ship. Don't change that.
We've roamed the stars for almost 200 years. What's a little longer? Well, if you could... I'll be the judge of that.
Perfect way to prove you're as seasoned and capable as your predecessors. Okay.
All captains face tough choices. Perhaps letting Janet go does further prove I'm capable of handling such difficult situations.
It does or it doesn't. Disposition.
I suppose
Yeah,
not.
that one.
It would be bad for all of us if she slipped into depression.
You'd help me if you could.
I hear you. Well, you've got away with words, I'll give you that. Once again, you've convinced me to do the right thing. And while I'm not happy about letting one of our
I'm in
own go,
motherfucker.
I think you're right. It's for the best. Let her know she's free to leave on the next ship willing to take her. I just hope this doesn't prompt others to want to leave as well.
We were never trained to address threats coming from outside our ship.
Now that we know there are other people out there, we need to be more prepared for trouble than ever.
It's all the way downstairs, I think, isn't she? Phone on, I'm going to tell Captain the spot is for you. No. I mean, I can find
I
one.
wonder what it's like out there, beyond our little community.
But she wants 50, and like I say, I think that's more potatoes than exist in the universe, so... It's a little difficult of a request, really. I know where she is. She's in her quarters.
I wonder what else is out there. Careful waving that fancy gun around. We don't need to see what it do.
Residential level.
You're lucky we're under orders not to escort you right off this ship.
Good luck, I guess. But I'm not holding my breath.
I spoke to her. She'll let you go on the next ship willing to have you.
For real? How? I thought I was going to have to escape on my own somehow, but if she's given me her blessing, that's even better.
Made a compelling case. Let's not talk about details. Just say you owe me. Made a compelling case for
If
you.
I'm being honest, I should have known you can do it. After all, you're the reason we're still out here. I heard about what you did for us, getting that grab drive or whatever. I was kind of hoping you'd overhear me and offer to help earlier. I probably should have just asked you, but I guess I'm not good at asking for help. Anyway, thanks for helping me. I know you didn't need to.
I didn't need help, especially since you can't pay. What are you doing next? What about your sister? What are you doing next?
No idea. One of the techs who helped retrofit the grab drive onto the Constant mentioned a place called New Atlantis. Maybe I'll check it out. It sounded interesting. Anyway, seems like a good place to start, especially if I want to find a job that isn't farming.
What about your sister?
Julia? Oh, she'll be fine. She loves this stupid ship. I've tried talking her into coming with me, but she won't budge. Like almost everyone else, she believes in the original mission. Whatever. I'm sure I'll hear news of the Constant's whereabouts. Maybe I'll even come back to visit. She's my sister, after all.
You should. You might be able to bring useful information and stuff. Good luck.
Thanks again. I'm going to need it. It's a whole new world out there. I hope we meet again someday.
Many whole new worlds. Antique duck, antique earth, useful, antique piggy banks, and another pistol. They do seem to like giving me guns, don't they?
Boy, am I glad you weren't some sort of idiot or something.
Just because our equipment's
die.
old doesn't mean
Just because your equipment's old doesn't mean it won't work. Well, if that were true, Viagra wouldn't be as successful a product as it is.
I'm worried about Janet. There's someone from the outside.
And to think, all this time.
If they'd picked a planet that ended up being in UC territory, could they have applied for refugee status and gotten aid from the... Good question. Maybe. I suspect there's a reasonable chance they could have joined the societies if they'd wanted to. Kind of implied that they could have, but they weren't willing to do it.
Ships separated. Engaging.
Because they want to set up their own society based on their own rules and stuff, rather than based on somebody else's rules. Yeah. Oh, okay. Maybe somebody did invite them. Sounds like they probably get on better in the Freeside Collective than the UC anyway, but...
Look at those beautiful... Landing gear. Check. Thrusters. Check. Insight. Clear.
Nice. Wrap things up with the last run to grab a power. I thought might be that for a minute, but maybe not. It's promising, doesn't it? Best line with list. Yeah. I see what you're saying there, Gray. Don't know if they're really the kind of faction that's in a position to help them out, though. Here we go. This one looks a little overgrown. And lambda. That was not the entrance. This is over here, apparently. Look for resources here. They'd seem to give their settlers a relatively small set of resources and equipment, and then just send them off to go and colonize, didn't they? Yep, we'll give you basic gear and then you're on your own kind of vibe. Whew. Up and up and up we go. Gonna make it? I'm not, am I? Got that one, I think. So far away and disappearing so quickly I can't get to them. God damn it! Got that one, I didn't register. Guess it feels like you didn't. Struggling here. Gotcha, you git. Whew. You can see you can give them spots. Well, there seems to be enough available to sell, so maybe they can't. Yeah, sure did make me work for it.
A test. There are no more enemies remaining.
I didn't wonder, huh? Didn't really expect that. I need to look at my powers. I don't know what I got there. Eternal Harvest. Huh, what has blossomed will bloom once they're all ripe for the picking, so you can harvest things over and over. That's not the worst. Maybe work for it. But, yeah, not the most useful thing ever right now either.
Engine's ready. Stand on your word, Captain.
Oh, that was quite a nice takeoff. Let's feel the galaxy there.
And orbit stabilizing. Perfect. Target sitting there.
Most ships
Might slightly have crashed then.
left us with this mess. But you, total class act. Any way we can repay you?
Cash is always good.
I can't stay here gabbing all day. Fly safe.
No, I don't think you can plant spuds, can you? Pity you, really. Plenty of ship parts going on over here. I'll take the control rods. They weigh a lot. I don't really have a lot of need for them. So I think next time the thing to do will be to tackle either maybe hunt for some more powers, but generally speaking, I think we need to have a look at the Ryujin quest line next, which is cool. It'll probably be the plan. Got a hair somewhere in front of my eyes and it's bugging me. Beyond the usual ones, obviously.
Dusty. Dusty. Dusty.
What? Doesn't want out, does he? Anyway. Let us drop one of these. And it's about, for one evening, that time. Yeah. Which is fun. There we go. Tune's taking a moment there, but we're good. Yeah, that was cool. Found a couple of fun little quests to run around and do. Not surprisingly, nothing too extensive. Just little fetch quests and find quests and stuff, but that's fine. Yeah, enjoyed that. Quite fun hanging out in Paradiso. And up next, I think, will be a trip to Neon to get a job at Ryujin. So I think... What's going on here then? Abyss seems to be having issues. I don't really understand why. Now it's shot right back up again. It's all over the place. It's been weird now I'm on this particular screen. I don't know. Anyway, back to normal. Crikey, it dropped frames way higher than I thought they were going to be. They're not terrible, but did spike up over the course of however long, didn't they? I don't know. Kind of curious as to what the heck's going on at the moment. I feel like for some reason we have been struggling a bit. I might look into that and right, some reminders just in case I need to check those out. Yeah, Ryujin tomorrow. I think it is Friday tomorrow, isn't it? Yeah. So we'll get cracking on that and then carry it on next week. And yeah, I think before too terribly long, we'll be on track to reach the end of the story. So theoretically, we've got like just under 2 weeks. And I don't know whether or not we'll get through everything in just under 2 weeks. We probably will, but we'll see how it goes. Should be cool. Yeah. Afraid not, no. Yeah, I'm not sure if some of it's down to having my Starfield graphic settings too high, or if there's an OBS thing, because there's changes on the setup end of OBS that I need to look into that might have something to do with it. And yeah, generally my PC working a bit too hard. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully. There's nothing wrong with my RAM, which is another potential issue, but I don't suppose so. Ooh, that's interesting. What's that? Okay, apparently it's the anniversary of Galileo discovering a couple of Jupiter's moons today. Vaguely interesting. And topical, kind of, sort of. Space related. Yeah. Yeah, Reagent tomorrow should be cool. I'm going to have a crack at a Starfield build for the next few days. Don't know when it'll be up. Saturday would be nice, but it probably won't make Saturday, so in all likelihood Monday. And then we'll dive into a Fallout build shortly afterwards and try and make use of some of those new bits and pieces. And yeah, we'll have to see what we get after that. Should we go? I have absolutely no idea what you're referencing there, Gray, but it works, I assume. Not in a good way. Anyway, on that joyous note, probably around about 8 o'clock tomorrow, we'll dive in and pursue getting a job with a somewhat suspect firm. It should be a cool questline, one of the major faction ones, so looking forward to this. Don't know how it's going to compare to the other faction lines. The Freestar Collective one, the Freestar Rangers and stuff, was good, but not massively long. The two halves, I think the two halves of the UC and the UC Vanguard stuff, you know, the whole Terramorph questline and then the Crimson Fleet one, sort of add up to quite a lot, but neither of them felt short. The Crimson Fleet one particularly felt good. So, yeah, probably, I'm guessing a bit shorter than some of those, but we shall see, shan't we? Looking forward to exploring it and seeing what's going on, other than the fact we're getting a job. So, that's the plan tomorrow, and then after that we'll return to the main story, the last bits of. Should be cool. So, around about 8 o'clock tomorrow. So, thank you all for hanging out tonight. Hope you had fun. Yeah, that seems about right, Steve. Yeah, about 8 o'clock tomorrow. Should be good. So, if you haven't already, you know where likes and subs and social media links, merch store, channel memberships, and all the good stuff down below the video are, stream, etc. If you want to check out any of that stuff, I do very much appreciate. And yeah, we'll kick it off around about 8 o'clock tomorrow. Should be cool. So, for now, I'm going to veg out for a little while, and yeah. Try not to die. Yeah, that's generally good advice. Yeah, I'm going to veg out and then hopefully crash out at sensible time, because clearly I need to tonight. So, until tomorrow, have yourselves a good rest of your evening, have a good day, and yeah, I'll catch you around about the usual time for some more Starfield, which should be fun. So, until then, I'll see you next time. Night, folks. See ya. Wrong one.